What did I want to go for? Remnant Hellhorned? The other way around. Remnant Hellhorned. Flicker a little fade. Either one could be fun. I think I'm gonna go with good old Flicker. And let's move out. We start with Purifying Cleanse, Hidden Passage and Mortal Entrapment. That's a good set of cards. I like it a lot. We have Telos with Knockback. We have Arcus with Daze and Incant. And we have Seraph with Cleanse. Let's see what's in here. Hellpact and Drop Cage. I do like Hellpact a lot, especially in Hellhorned and Umbra. And we do have Hellhorned here, but we also have 2 hidden passages, so Drop Cage could be nice. We can potentially provide a lot of defense with just Daze, with the Mortal Entrapments, hidden passages. That could be a thing. There is also Dripfall in these clans. Now the question is, what do we do with all the days? Do we go for a harvest with Queen Simplings and Drags? Or for Burn Bright with the Purifying Cleansers? I'm gonna go with harvest for now. We need to see how we find our damage engine though. Mark of Invasion is definitely a good one to get. I hope I can draw into some Queen Simplings. Nice, we got one already. Question is, do I take Ember Drain here? I don't have to. I'll put down the Drag. Ragdoll Flicker. Then the Imp. I send you to get the Daze. The Imp doesn't die that way, but that's fine, I think. Well, that sucks. We're not gonna get that Collector. We're gonna take 3 damage. I wish you were already damaged so I could use Mortal Entrapment on you. That would be helpful. That gets us a kill. Kinda wanna utilize this hidden passage. Should probably go on you because we're not gonna kill you otherwise. Definitely play this imp out. Make sure that one is the one that dies. Heal you up so we can potentially deal a little bit more damage on the bottom floor. Take 2 to that Disciple Protector. Let's get the Trusted Priest out of here, get another Harvest, and then we should be ready for the boss. Draft Dripfall, Entombed Explosive. I kinda want Dripfall, but at the same time I also want damage, and we are currently lacking damage, but maybe we don't need as much damage if we have enough days. Fleshling Imp seems like a good way to get some damage scaling online. Kinda want the Hellhorned unit now. There is a Merchant of Steel in the next area, so let's see what we have here. Holdover. Spell upgrades are not gonna be that amazing. Branded Warrior. I'll pick it up. We might use it, we might use its essence, we'll see. Winged Steel, Scorched Steel, Infused Steel, Mallet. What kind of steel do we want? Probably winged, right? Holdover. Holdover Dripfall, Holdover Hidden Passage. Both of these are very appealing. I'm gonna go with Holdover Dripfall. Helping me control the enemies, dazing them. Mortal Entrapment is not usually a card I put the magic power in on. But we might find some use for that. It does hit pretty hard at 75 damage. Considering it's mostly for the most part not really a damage card. Have to send you. We can't deal with spikes very well. Branded Warrior is too weak. Why are we on the middle floor? I kinda wanted to be on the middle floor because of the Dripfall, but that might be wrong. It's probably a bad idea. But I think we can do okay. Despite that fact that it's almost certainly a bad idea. You don't do damage to up high also, you can be up there. Drag on the top floor. Get that Ember Drain? Yes, I think so. The Ember Drain isn't that big of a deal. Well, we get the Forged Disciple down. Set up 2 Train Stewards on the top floor, maybe? Definitely heal you. How do we get this Conduit Redirector down? Not with 2 Train Stewards, I can tell you that much. 14 is gonna be enough to kill the Trusted Priest. We kinda need Queen Simplings. 2 of them. Do we even have 2 of them left? We do. That might work out. Not quite. Oh, with a Fletchling Imp on top of that? That could work, right? That's gonna be 1, 10 plus... Yeah, that's easily enough. So we don't have to take damage here. But this guy having spikes is actually gonna be an issue. Because our Branded Warrior will suffer. We can't play Mortal Entrapment here. Rector is also kinda low. If we send you, then you only have spikes 3. So we could get an extra attack out of Purifying Cleanse. Prevent some damage that would otherwise be dealt to Rector Flicker here. What's left? What's our next hand? Purifying Cleanse, Hidden Passage, Queen Simpling. We don't need the extra Ember then. So we can play out these 2. Although we draw 1 more card with the Winged Steel, so... Should I just let the Pyre finish you? Or is that causing us more damage that way? Right now we are dealing 2 hits, so we're taking 14. If we ascend you, we would need 5 hits. So that will be 15. So it's actually better to not daze you. Not send you up. That is interesting. But most of their damage comes from... Wait. It would have been better. I miscalculated that. Whoops. Molten Encasement seems really good. Welder Helper, Molding Imp. Do we want a Welder Helper? I think so. Do we want a Molding Imp? Maybe we want a Molding Imp instead. Maybe we want a Vent. I'm gonna go with the Molding Imp. There's an Apex Imp. Now I kinda wish I had taken Welder Helper. Apex Imp, huh? Not that exciting right now. It's a very breakable unit, but we don't have any of the parts we would need to break it. Wickless Tycoon could be fun. I'm gonna pick that one up. And I think it's very clearly unit upgrades. Empire Health. That does matter. Large Stone, huh? We have all the Descent and Ascend we need, but we also want to be able to kind of utilize the Imps and the Molten Encasement. I think that might be more important than just overstacking units that don't really do anything by themselves. So the Large Stone is not good. Multi-strike though? Does that go on Branded Warrior? I think it has to, kinda. Wickstone goes on the Fledgling Imp. Okay. Let's take a look at the caverns next. Penance Yard. Penitent Remains isn't terrible. But I kinda want Weather a Cold Stone here. For the healing. Slowing down our draw is annoying, but it doesn't matter too much here. And the Pyre Healing is gonna be quite valuable to us. Value Stone. That makes the Mortal Entrapment a bit easier to play, but we still don't have a good way to actually damage units before we can... so we can actually make use of that stuff. We don't have a great unit to put onto the... Great Essence to put onto the Branded Warrior. I'm gonna sack this, put it into the Imp. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Gives us some defense and rage at the same time. That is if we don't overstack our stuff, which we might do though. That's a lot of money. That's the problem. We can't get harvests. Rector Flicker is gonna get damaged. And die. I should have ascended Telos. I would have avoided that mistake. Alright, you pushed Rector Flicker back. Yeah, we definitely have to daze Telos this fight. We can't deal with the pushback at all. Yes, that means Wickless Tycoon is not gonna have a great time. But we can still get some money out of it. By giving these guys something to slay. we are lacking some damage on the top floor. That will actually be enough because of the harvest. Let's heal up and play a train steward here. That is fine. We kinda need more amber. We kinda need more capacity as well. Capacity might be less important. It's not gonna give us the kill. If we put this one further in the back, it will actually be able to get that final slay. Fine, and then we cleanse it so it burns out. We don't have space here. Guess we are putting those down on the bottom floor then. Can prevent some damage on the Wickless Tycoon with this. This is pretty nice. Descendant days you. This is a bit unfortunate, but I think... Oh! Oops. Well, we healed more than we took damage by far from these cold stones. It's not a huge issue. Do have the power to deal with all of these. Let's keep you dazed. Nice. Add some more pyre healing. Now the problem is that you will actually become undazed from these guys fighting. I guess that's okay. We have a decent enough health and we will be able to re-daze you. So... And another 5 pyre health. We're getting quite a bit of pyre healing from these cold stones, and I like it. Dark Deal. Intent on death and Wickless recruitment. Kinda like Dark Deal, but we need some more health on our backliner. But we need that no matter what. Wickless Baron could be a great harvest unit for the branded warrior. Then really go into the whole harvest stuff. I do like the idea of that. And we want Ember. Not that urgently. I think we can go for capacity here. I kinda want everything. I just hope that Ember gets solved by a relic. Which might or might not happen. That helps. Quite a bit in fact. The removals are probably the most useless units. That is gonna be the train stewards. Demon Friend and Horned Warrior. Horned Warrior could be fun. It's gonna be somewhat hard to use though. No, we'll skip. I don't have a plan for the Divinity yet. Not at all. Right now it's pretty much just ascent, descent days to keep the enemies under control and then eventually scale, but this is gonna be pretty hard in this fight already. We can't deal with you. How can we not have you in the front line? By doing this. That also removes the most damage we can remove. And I guess we're just gonna take that damage. Now that was stupid. Doesn't really matter though. That damage is healable. More problematic is the fact that we're not getting kills, so we're not gonna grow. That is a real problem. A really big problem, in fact. Like some kind of giant problem in this situation. That helps. Now we're actually getting slays, so we're getting rage. So we might eventually be able to actually get kills. Not right now. And this wave is especially scary. But we can avoid most damage that we would take here. You will be dazed once, so you will only hit us once. Can we avoid even that by using these drags? That's another 18 damage. 69. Yeah, that's enough. But it's neither a harvest nor a slay we get from this, so a bit worried about it. Still a bit worried about that. I think ascending you is definitely part of the plan. And while I would like to ascend one of those guys, I think what we have to do here is play the Molten Encasement Imp. Kinda want its damage. Doesn't really matter. So we're better off blocking a hit. That was painful. And we do have a lot of fire healing, so we have that going for us at least. Can't really do much with dazes here is the problem. Because of these units standing in our way. Our own units. That will do. This is gonna be a tough one. Votivary isn't bad. Remnant Host isn't bad either. Resin removal is pretty good too. I'm gonna go Votivary though. I think that's gonna be helpful. Imp in a Box, Pyre Chomper. And Branding Right. I'll take the Pyre Chomper. We need unit upgrades. As much as I want the removals, we definitely need the upgrades right now. That helps a ton. If we can find another multi-strike, that would be ideal. Quick is not good. I'm gonna make the Votivary burn out. And actually put a Pyre Chomper in it. No, wait, that doesn't work. Pyre Chomper's essence is -4 cost. A Molting Imp, then. Do I want that? I don't want that. It's time to put the Wickless Baron in my branded warrior anyways. get that scaling up a little faster. That also gave me some extra... No, it didn't. Didn't give me extra health to start out with. Too bad. Still wish I could make units intrinsic, but that's sadly not a thing. I don't think we want Dark Deal to be intrinsic right now. Do we just need the stats? I think that might be good enough, because that gives us... Now we actually can make Dark Deal intrinsic and immediately buff our carry unit. Okay, upgrading a unit is really good here. For the greater good is also fun, but I think we will prefer the unit upgrade. The Thunderstone. Sapstone. Upgrade a unit with summon, apply Sap 4 to enemy units. Either one could be good. We could put the Sapstone on the Endless Imp. That would be amazing. Just sap all these guys down to Frozen Hell, which is incidentally where we're already at, but that is pretty good. Thunderstone on Wickless Baron is also pretty good. Make the second hit hurt much more. The second application of melee weakness is kind of wasted because we do have to have the Wickless Baron in the back, and we will often not have a unit behind them, although we could have the Fledgling Imp behind them. So it's not entirely wasted. That is damage, that is defense. We are lacking damage right now, so we'll take the Thunderstone. Do we want the Twin Stone now? On that Dark Deal? That might be a bit too much damage we're taking on our backliner. No, it should be fine. We are gaining health. Do we purge another card? What's our next? Probably Unstable Vortex, Conceal Caverns, Merchant of Trinkets. Yeah, I think we don't. We want to save our money. Self-Made Harpy. Mark of Invasion is actually kind of good. Gives us more slays and harvests. We have the Endless Imp in our opening hand, but not the unit we're really looking for. I shouldn't have... Yeah, you go in the back. And then we Dark Deal you. Getting our Dark Deal back. Play it on you. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. If we went with the Sap Imp, there is just a chance that it wouldn't work out because priority draws and stuff. We weren't guaranteed to get there in time. That is solid. Now we have our harvest engine going. Let's get some money off of you. Not a whole lot. Should have played the Pyre Tromper, but it doesn't matter. Actually, how we place these units is this way around. So that the Votivary will actually get a hit off. We need to remove you, otherwise we don't have the damage. Luckily we do have pretty good control over how the enemy units are lined up. Descend, ascend. Just for the days. Probably doesn't matter too much in the end. We do want to get these slays. Play these units again. We start dazing you because you're dealing way too much damage. Do want to get these units out without losing too much days on the self-made harpy. That's where the silent marksmen are actually useful. That's one more day's gone, but that should be fine. Days you. Play you. Play you. And heal up. And as we can see, that worked out quite well. Crushing the mice memories of the melted mortal entrapment. I feel like this is a hard skip. We don't need another mortal entrapment. 1 is good, 2 is too much. Impressive could be okay. With the Endless Imp, we'll pretty easily be able to use it. And we have a few other imps. Enflame might be better though. Enflame is expensive on the other hand, so... But still, I'll take it. We can cost reduce it. Let's look for some Rage Imp Harvest relics? There are no Harvest relics. But... Flicker's Liquor could help. Flicker's Liquor and reroll? Oh! Oh! Rationing scales could be a lot of money, but... Does that matter? We only have 2 more fights to gain money in. And we will gain 150 right now, 153 in fact. And then probably another 150 after that. So we would actually make money off of rationing scales. But we would also lose health. That's not really worth it, right? With Flicker's Liquor and Firebox, we should just go with the Unbroken Horn instead. Let's take a look at the caverns, see what's going on in here. The Historian. We can play a big Gift of Gratitude, but we haven't mastered Petty Theft yet. So I'm gonna bring Petty Theft because I feel confident that I can master it this run. It's pretty bad right now. We need an upgrade on it, ideally with Piercing. But I guess 30 magic power will do. That's actually a good card now. Wickless Tycoon into the Votivary is gonna give us quite a bit of money. Do we care about that? It's also a removal. Because the Wickless Tycoon is actually a nuisance right now. So yeah. I'm gonna buy a Purge Stone for one of these Purifying Cleanses. It's a pretty expensive Purge, but should be worth it. Purge these Train Stewards. And move on. Blinding and Looming Dark Shard. The Blinding Dark Shard is actually annoying, but it shouldn't be a huge issue because we most likely won't have trouble with that stuff. The Amber Drain doesn't matter, we just have the energy. But we might as well play a drag on the top floor for the harvest. Dark Deal you, so we can get you started. We don't want to Purifying Cleanse you though. I kind of want to play this Purifying Cleanse. Should I play it on the drag? Fine. I don't want to keep that drag there for very long, but it's gonna die to attacks pretty soon anyways, right? Heal up. Earn some money. Play this one. You are stealthed anyway, so we can't hit you. So might as well do that. And steal from this clipped assailant, clipped assassin, no idea. I do have trouble remembering some of the names of the enemies. Sadly, Daze is on the top floor, so we can't do too much there. Just Daze Arcus as much as we can, so the stealth never becomes an issue. Oh, you actually have a Wickless Tycoon in you, so killing units off here isn't a bad thing. Okay, this drag is finally gonna burn out. We could just move them instead. There we go, we get the kill on each of these units. These guys are gonna be a bit tougher. Yeah, they are gonna be annoying. With the melee weakness, we might get there. Remember the order. The order of operations here. Well, no need to play the mortal entrapment, but we might as well. And then keep dazing our course. All that daze is entirely not necessary, because we have pretty much infinite stealth. You know what, I'm gonna start stacking up some rage on you, so we have a decent final hit on that lane. Make use of the spell weakness and stuff, melee weakness and stuff. Ember is so much not our problem right now. I don't want to lose kills because we're actually gaining money from them. Did we lose on a petty theft? Possibly. Transcend Imp. How can I say no to that? It's impossible. We have to pick that Transcend Imp, and now it's draw. With Flicker. No need to pick energy, and we have enough capacity. More Endless would be good, but I think more relics is better. Wax or Snuffer? Vapor Funnel. Vapor Funnel might actually be bad here. We can often send enemies up with some dazed already, and then it's not gonna be that great. I could put Endless Essence into that imp, that is true. No, I can't. I already put something into my Votivery, so I can't. I would need to dupe the imp. Wax or Snuffer gives us extra card draw with Votivery. I think that's better. In fact, it's much better. What's in here? Trap Shoot or Steel Pulleyclaw? Steel Pulleyclaw is Daze 5. 5 times 40, that's 200 damage. That can take out some units. Sure. Intrinsic? No. Not really. Don't think I'm interested in making use of that Divine Temple. We go for Accumulator 3. Permafrost. Permafrost Coco on Polyclaw. And it's probably pretty good there. That means I'm not gonna be re-rolling here. I will cost reduce the Hidden Passage. And plus 10 is... that is very unnecessary. I'll do it anyways. Just in case we have to finish off a damaged enemy or something like that. That will pretty much never happen though. The +8 attack is actually somewhat scary. This is not a good wave to use the Polyclaw on. Health, huh? So you can tank... oh wait, yeah, he's gonna be dazed anyway, so... how do we kill this Gilded Wing? I think we do it like this. We're not in a good position to deal with the Gilded Wing just yet. Let you tank the explosion, so we get another harvest trigger. Coon on the top. Vote the Very Tycoon. Kinda wanna Mortal Entrap you, and then I will Dripfall you. So you are dazed. I want the Mortal Entrapment for the damage. I can tank a hit with you. Sacrifice that one on the bottom floor so we don't have to give this guy more harvests. Okay, we do have the damage to kill the Dark Wings at least. That is good. Oh no, there is definitely scaling. Shards continue to scale all the way up to at least 625 and may probably even beyond that point. But I don't think the amount of shards, whether we have 100 shards or 175 shards right now, doesn't make a huge difference for this deck. Even though we do have some problems, like we can't kill everyone here. At least not very easily. But we will be able with this, right? Of course not. You have too much health. So we have to manipulate a few things around here. Get you on that floor. And one more unit. 17. We're gonna gain some rage. That should be enough. Oh no, you have 30 armor, not 30 health. I guess that means we Dripfall you for now. And actually ascend one of the weaker ones instead. This drag is now in the way, but we can always Dripfall them away if we need to. Play these guys out. And yes, I am okay with killing one of these Wildwings here. There's our Fleshling Imp. Ooh, not just the Fleshling Imp, but also the Transcend Imp. 160. We can deal 26, 98, yeah, that does it. We want we don't want to give anyone tons of armor. But I still want to keep the votive recycling. We have to mix up these waves a bit. Send you down. Send you here, put you there. So we have 4 hits. The final hit is gonna be pretty small. We wanna harvest this guy. Actually, I gave these guys way more armor than necessary. Let's scale up our damage. Okay, that wasn't well done at all. Our final hit is gonna be about 20. It's gonna be 33. If we move you up and daze you 33, that brings you in pyre range. And I think we start keeping you around. And start building up the rage on that Votivary. Yeah, we won't be able to deal with both of these at the same time, but one after the other, that's gonna be no problem. Let's keep you angry. That's gonna be fine, we'll get 2 slays, keep you alive. And we don't really have a target for this. In fact, we don't have a target for this period. But our defense is stealth, so it's gonna be okay. I want the money, so... keep you dazed. And we might as well send you up and finish this fight. Memento Mori, Memories of the Melted and Wax and Spike. This is not a Wax and Spike deck. It would be amazing in terms of the attack buff, but we can't really deal with the burnout. Impressive, March of Shields, Imp in a Box. Do we now take the Impressive? Yeah, that's gonna be helpful for getting our first few slays potentially. And let's see. Value Stone. That could go on in flame, but it doesn't seem necessary. Mark of an Exile. That's not really gonna be huge. It's 25 health. Traitor Squill, Mold Braces. Mold Braces is gonna matter quite a bit. It's quite a bit of armor we get from that. That opens up some interesting possibilities. Let's reroll. Collection of Tails, we definitely take that. I don't think we want Melting Spell, we don't have tomb units. Jack Strips would enable easy mortal entrapments. Just for that it's worth. We don't have a lot of money to buy spell upgrades, but spell upgrades don't really matter to us in the first place, so... I kinda wish that was a normal... You know what, I'm gonna reroll. There we go. That's probably the spell upgrade I care most about. And then we dupe the Dark Deal? No. The Dripfall? Probably not either. The Transcend Imp? It's an upgrader, but It's good enough. Let's fight Seraph. Here the problem is that our rage will actually fall off. Thanks to that Seraph. So there's a little bit more pressure on us here in terms of can our scaling keep up? Do I play Drag? I don't want to. I'll play it here. It will feed these guys some armor, but it's just gonna affect the frontline, so it's not gonna be a huge deal. I'm gonna take you out. I don't want to deal with Sweep and Ember Rain right now. It's way too early for that. Yes, that will give you some more armor, but I need the space and I need these units gone. There's our Votivary. I think we start with an Implosion against that guy, so that we can get 2 slays here. Votivary blocks the damage. You will die anyways. Let's descend Seraph. Bye Ben, good night, sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. There's our Transcend Imp. Might be a bit early to play it because we haven't even found the Rage Imp yet. So let's heal up. How do we deal with this wave? We send the smaller Gilded Wing right now and kill it on this floor. Block with Votivary. We're not gonna slay this guy anyway, so that Molding Imp won't die though. We can descend it. That's fine. And finally we found our Fledgling Imp. That one is a really important piece of the puzzle. We want to get some more rage. Takes care of that. If we get even more rage, actually that might be even better. There we get the Slay, then we can save the Transcend Imp for later. We do have stealth on the top floor, so the Ember Drain is not gonna matter. Just barely. Still have stealth. But we do need to be able to actually get the kills here, and currently we're not. This guy's a bit of a problem. I think we do descend this Gilded Wing, even though that makes this floor more annoying to deal with. The money doesn't matter, but this gives us an extra Slay. That means we can also kill another unit, which gives us an extra harvest. And I think the final days goes on to Seraph. This next wave will be pretty tough. But if we descend a single unit, I think we can do it. Votivary and Fledgling Imp definitely go out. There's a Transcend Imp. That's gonna be helpful. Waves remaining 1, so any rage we generate now is gonna stay for the Seraph fight. Giving you a big hit doesn't matter, but it does matter against you. So that we can then descend this guy. And actually get everyone killed here. That is good. And it's time to keep the Voltivary alive. So we can build up rage on him. Let's see. Rage Imp definitely goes down. $190. We don't quite have enough to slay you, but now we do. Send you down. Send you back up. That's 8 days, 7 days. You would die to the pyre. You know, that's fine. You can die to the pyre. And now we have actually enough rage that these things are no longer a problem. We're not gonna get double slays here no matter what we do. So I think we focus on dazing Seraph. We don't have that much stealth. No, we have 11 stealth. I forgot we had Waxer Snuffer. Of course we were gonna have a lot of stealth. So the daze on Seraph doesn't even matter. And with the melee weakness, bosses are pretty easy targets. Okay, let's find Divinity. If we draw Imp early, this will be pretty easy. If we don't, might be a bit harder. 15 sweep damage, so the top floor is not... It's not impossible to set up on the top floor, but it's gonna be somewhat annoying. I feel like I do want to set up on the top floor. But what we have to do for it to work out is not this. We need to gain some armor on... I shouldn't have played the second imp there. Otherwise we would have been fine. We play these units. We kill off our own drag to gain some armor. Play another unit. Play one more unit. And now we can even start dark dealing you because we gain enough armor and health from all these extinguishers and slays. So while we don't have our... We could also just, you know, daze things. Send you so we have something to slay. Play these guys out so we get some armor on the branded warrior. And actually we don't want to daze you right now. I'm gonna play some drags so they are no longer in the deck. And then hopefully we get ready for this wave in time. But I think we should. We should be ready for this wave. It's the next wave that we might not be ready for. And these Transcendimps are a bit too early. We might have to play one anyways though. I think we have to play one. So that we can actually get that sleigh. Get the 2 harvest triggers from the backliner and actually deal with this wave. This is good. This one will be a bit more difficult. I might have to remove that guy from the wave. But this is only one big target. While we don't have the damage to deal with them yet, this one has 3 big targets, so that's gonna be the bigger issue. What? Days 5, that would actually deal some damage to us. If we moved one of you instead, that's gonna be fine. So let's do that. Avoid taking damage for now, while we can still do relevant stuff and scale with not taking damage. I think we should do so. We still don't have our imp. That's starting to cause some problems. We might still draw into it. So I'm not gonna go all the way and fill up this floor, although we do have the impressive. So we will always be able to make room. We have to ascend you, daze you. Okay, that is a pretty good result. We didn't take damage, we continue to scale. Finally our fledgling imp is around to save us. But before we play that, 1 damage off, huh? Let's play out these things. We will need the extra damage on some of them. That will give us the kill on the Wildwings with the Votivary. And we need to get this guy in range of a sleigh. How are we not dealing damage to the Clip Guardian? Oh, you are gaining armor. You're gaining lots of armor because 2 units die. How much damage are we taking here? You have 206 health, so that's gonna be 6 hits of 12 damage. That's 72. We will survive. You will deal some damage as well. Actually, 16 damage. So we're taking 90. We will survive, but it's not gonna be pretty. Wasn't quite 90. Apparently. Now this guy needs to die. Otherwise we're dead. Luckily we do have some tools that help us a lot in getting him down. And most importantly, this Transcend Imp. Slowly getting there. Can we deal with this wave? Kinda wish we could get another Slay this turn, but that's not gonna be possible. You're doubling your damage on the second hit, so you're gonna deal about 540 damage to him, so Rector Flicker will finish off that guy. We can't really do much in terms of slays is the problem. The only thing we could do is something I don't really wanna do. Descend you, ascend one of the Gilded Wings so we get a Slay. Continue scaling our damage so that we eventually can deal with Chains the Sighted. I think that's what I do here, even though it sounds crazy. But we do continue to scale our damage, and that is very important. You all the way in the back. We do have to juggle chains now. That was always gonna be the issue here. Once you have the power to actually kill 2 frontline units, we're gonna be much better off. We don't really have the capacity to kill anything beyond what we're already killing here. That's not entirely true. We can kill one of you and then ascend someone. The Spike Channeler perhaps. Reckless Tycoon first, so we can actually get rage on them. We have to take one of these enemies out of the picture. We're healing up decently. That's nice at least. I think this one will be, considering their health, the best target. Doesn't really matter though. We definitely have to drip for chains, that much is certain. And I think we take you out of commission. Do we buff up the Votivary to stay around now? That might be reasonable. Yeah, it's about getting more hits. We are now actually capable of slaying 2 units in a turn. Let's get that rage up. Now, do you actually get the Slay on the last night? Yes, you do. That is very nice. So we can descend chains. I have enough already to win? Yes, but I need to survive until Relentless, and if one of these mini-bosses gets to the top, we're dead. So we need to be careful. And if we just juggle the enemies too much and like create an overstacked floor that we can't handle, then we can also take some serious damage. So we need to be careful still. This is Relentless though, and now it's over. Very much so. $58 damage taken. It's not great, but it doesn't matter really. Hurts our score a little. I wonder if we optimize the usage of our ascents and descents, if we could have gotten away without taking any damage in that fight, and I think it would have been possible. But that would have been quite hard. We mastered Petty Theft. Glad to have that mastery, because that one is a little bit of a pain to find sometimes. And now we have all the Hellhorned secondary clans, secondary clan Hellhorned combinations mastered, but not with every champion, of course. There is still quite a bit to go. We are now at 30 crowns, I think. So halfway there. Branded Warrior is not the best unit to scale with, but it's just barely good enough for a deck like this. Just does the job good enough and nothing more than that. But yeah, that was a very close run in terms of our power level. Was just good enough to get there, and the ascent descent definitely played a huge role in allowing us to choose our fights and make the enemy waves into a shape that we can could deal with them every turn, and that was really what allowed us to prevail here.